Hey guys, I have a lot of stuff to show you today, and I usually, when I do makeup hauls, I usually do a haul and mini reviews. In order to keep this video to a reasonable amount of time, I'm going to have to give you very minimal input on the products that I'm going to show you. Otherwise this video is going to be ridiculously long. I have been re-inspired lately. You know, I've been on YouTube now for like 6 years doing videos about makeup, and your interest kind of ebbs and flows as the time goes along. And I feel like I was starting to lose interest, and my interest is been inspired all over again. And what has inspired that? Drugstore makeup. Ever since I bought those CoverGirl True Naked eyeshadow palettes, now I'm like, yeah, drugstore makeup. What's there's so many new products, and is it good, and what's good and what isn't? And it's funny because when my interest starts to ebb in makeup, that's when I reach for my high-end products, and I'm not inspired to try anything creatively. I just want to do things that are safe. I do a neutral eye and usually a neutral lip, and my looks don't really change that much. But when I'm really in makeup mode, I end up going back to drugstore makeup, and I get more excited about that than I do high-end stuff. Probably because when I do that, for some reason, I'm also, because I'm getting more inspired, I want to do more than a neutral look. I want to throw some color in there, as I'm sure you can tell by my look today. But yeah, I just been re-inspired all over again, and that's thanks to CoverGirl, L'Oreal, Maybelline, you know, the drugstore brands. And there's a ton more stuff, new stuff coming out, and I want to try it all. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but you know, I'll get as much as I can to test it out. So anyways, if you're not somebody that likes drugstore makeup, have no fear. I do have 2 high-end products to show you, and I'm going to put those at the end of the video, so if you could care less about drugstore makeup, just skip to the end, just fast forward it, and the 2 high-end products will be at the end. All right, enough rambling. Let's get going. Okay, like I said, the CoverGirl True Naked eyeshadow palettes is what has gotten me re-inspired all over again. So I ended up getting the third one, which is Golden's. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a whole video about these new palettes, and then I did another video about all the other new CoverGirl products. Well, not all of them, but as many as I could find. I did another video about, you know, a lot of the new products. So anyways, I got this because yesterday I did a gold eyeshadow look, and I was like, why was I telling people that I don't like gold eyeshadow? Because I love the way it turned out, and I was like, okay, so yeah, I need I need the gold palette now, because you know, these are great. I love them, so I have all 3 now, and I just love these. Basically, I like the texture of these eyeshadows, and I like the way they blend. I like everything about them. So anyways, I got this, and like I said, I can't spend too much time on any one product, but this is what the palette looks like. And I'm tilting it so you can see, kind of get an idea about the finishes. So this is Golden's, and I'm really glad I got this because these are so pretty too. I don't know what I was thinking, only thinking that I needed the first 2. Okay, and I haven't tried that yet though, so yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. I haven't tried it yet. I got a lot of this stuff yesterday, and I got some of it Saturday. I got it over the weekend basically, so I haven't had time to try everything. Okay, another thing I bought is a foundation. I know I just got the L'Oreal one, but you know, I wanna try it all. I love makeup. So this is fairly new. I think it's been out for about, I don't know, 6 months, something like that. It's new to me. I hadn't really been paying that much attention to CoverGirl as a brand, which, you know, shame on me because I'm loving a lot of this stuff that I'm trying. This is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous Foundation, and my shade in CoverGirl is Creamy Natural. I am wearing that right now. Really good color match, I think. And I've only used it the one time, so it's hard for me to say what I think. And considering, I mean, I just put it on like seconds ago, so I like it. But yeah, I like to use a foundation at least a couple of times before I form an opinion about it. But so far, I'm liking it, and you know, half the battle is getting the right color. So, but I already knew that Creamy Natural was my color in CoverGirl. Just like my color in Maybelline is Classic Ivory. I mean, you know, you kind of know after a while. So that is that. And the next thing I got also by CoverGirl is something that when this product first came out, I bought it, but I bought the wrong shade because I was a little confused on the color shades because it was numbers and words, and I thought I was buying the lightest shade, but it wasn't the lightest shade. So I figured I could, I'm talking about a concealer, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not. It's the CoverGirl TruBlend Concealer, the stick. I had this in a shade darker, and so it was too dark to use as a concealer. I wanted to try using it under my eyes. I have this on today. Yeah, you can see that this one is always going to be really bad because this is the side that I sleep on. So all the fluids, like, not to gross you out or anything, but all the fluids inside my sinus cavities drain and go into this side. And that's why that side is so bad, because that's the side I sleep on, and the other side, you know, is not as bad. But anyways, yeah, the first time I bought this, I bought it in the wrong shade. This is the right shade, so I wanted to give it another go. And it's you know, it's okay, I guess. But I'm never going to find that miracle concealer that I'm looking for. And I bought, this next product is another CoverGirl item. I try not to buy limited edition products because I don't like the idea of buying something and then if I really love it, I can't get it again. Plus, if I buy limited edition products and then I decide to do a get ready with me or a tutorial and you see a product in that video that was limited edition and then you can't get it, I would feel bad. And I don't like it when that happens to me. I'm watching somebody else's video and it's like, oh yeah, sorry about that, but this was limited edition. It's like, you know, it's aggravating. So I try not to buy limited edition products, and when the collections come out, I try to ignore them as best I can. But I got something from a limited edition collection. And this is from the CoverGirl Star Wars collection. It's one of the lipsticks, and it's the lilac. And if you're looking at this thinking to yourself, oh my God, I would never. Well, hold on there just a second. You have to take into consideration when you buy a color like this that this is not what it's going to look like on your lips, because you have to, all right, think like this. The color of your lips plus this equals the color that you're going to get. So it's never going to look like this because the coloricious lipsticks are pretty sheer and don't have a lot of pigmentation. So believe it or not, I am wearing this right now. So see, it doesn't look lilac, but I couldn't resist. It's, you know, it's Star Wars and it's lilac, and I don't think I own a lilac lipstick right now. I think I had one years and years ago, but I don't have one now. But now I do. So yeah, this is just not a color that you see every day. And like I said, it's not lilac on. Okay, the next product that I'm going to show you, also by CoverGirl, is not a new product. It's one of their Bombshell Shineshadows. These came out probably a year ago. They haven't been out for that long. When they came out, that's what it looks like. When they came out, I bought the copper one, and I thought it was pretty good, but you know, I'm always trying new things and buying new things, so I didn't really feel it necessary to buy every single color. But I had heard that some of the shades were being discontinued, and or the product itself might be being discontinued. I'm not sure. I think it's only certain shades, but I'm not positive. If you have any more information than that, you can leave it in the comment section and let everyone know. But I bought this because I do not own a green cream eyeshadow. And these are very reasonably priced, and I think they're a pretty good product. So I decided that I wanted to get this, not realizing this was one of the shades that is being discontinued, so I had a heck of a time finding it. This is called Color Me Money, and it's just a beautiful, like a sage green. And so I wanted to get this because like I said, I didn't have a green cream eyeshadow, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money because I don't know if this colorful makeup thing is like, is this a phase, or is it just for today that I feel like doing this? I mean, I don't buy a lot of real colorful products anymore. I used to, years ago. I used to wear all the crazy colors all the time, but now I just do it once in a while. So I wanted to have this because I don't know, I just thought it would be good to have a green cream eyeshadow. I do have other eyeshadows on top of this though, so if you want to know all the products that I have on, you know, as always, you can just go look in the description box. But this is just the base, the colored base that I have on for this look. So I got that, and it's just as good as I remember, because I really haven't used my copper one in a while. But now that I bought this and used it, it's like, yeah, I got to use that copper one again soon, because this is a good product. So I think that CVS is discontinuing these from their store, and they're on clearance right now. It may not say that on the rack, but if you scan it at the red box, you might find that these are on clearance. But I'm not sure, like, if it's just certain shades or if it's all of them. I think it might be all of them at CVS. But as far as the product being discontinued itself, I think it's just certain shades. Okay, so one more thing from CoverGirl. I have never tried any of their new, well, they're not really new anymore, but they're new to me because I had never tried them. These newer quad eyeshadows, had never tried them. And so this is the violet one. It's called Va Va Violet. And I have the second shade. Nope. No, this one. This one right here, the second one. I have that on. I just dragged a little bit of it along the lower lash line. You can't even really hardly see it. But yeah, I'm sure I will use this again. I just wanted to try to use as many products as I could from the video today. So it seems to be quite similar to the Maybelline quads that look like this as far as texture and everything goes. I like this. I don't know if this is the same formula that's in the True Naked palettes or not. I'm not sure. It seems like it could be. I'm not positive though. Only CoverGirl knows that for sure. But yeah, I thought this was really pretty, and so that's Va Va Violet. And alright, the next thing is one of the new Burt's Bees lipsticks. And this is what this looks like. I just got one, and I got number 515 Tulip Tide. So that's what that looks like. You might be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, didn't you just buy a lipstick that looks a lot like that recently? Yeah, I'm really drawn to this color lately. It's like an orchid pink. They call it tulip. what did I say it was? Tulip Tide. Yeah, I'm really drawn to this purpley type pink or pinky purple color lately. So, um, my opinion about this is I didn't, I was kind of disappointed that it was a sheer lipstick. It doesn't have a lot of pigmentation to it. It swatches nice on my hands, but you know, when you put it on your lips and it's going over an actual color, it doesn't show up that well, but it looks really pretty on my hand. The formula is nice. So I think this is going to be a good lipstick though to have for the winter, because you know, winter's going to be here in like another week or so, and already my lips are starting to get drier. We've had some unseasonably warm weather lately, which is why I have on a short sleeve shirt. But I know that, you know, that's not going to last. So now that my lips are getting a little bit drier, this will be nice to have, I think, if my lips start getting chapped or whatever. But, you know, it's okay. But I think if I had to do over again, I don't think I would have purchased it knowing what I know now. And I did see some people say that they were sheer and that, you know, they weren't wowed by them, but I had to try it for myself because, you know, it's something different. Burt's Bees never had lipsticks before. All they had was lip balms and tinted lip balms. So, yeah, it's okay. It's not horrible or anything, but I wouldn't get any more colors. This next product was a steal because I found it at Dollar Tree. And this is an E.L.F. smudge pot, and the shade is Pearls of Wisdom. They also have the blue one, which is Ocean something. But I really was dying to get this because I've never seen this in stores. I've only seen the 3 colors that I own, which is Cruisin' Chic, Brownie Points, and Ain't She Sweet. I can't remember. I can't believe I remembered the names of them. Yeah, those are the only 3 I've ever seen in stores. So I was really happy to get this because this is the white. And I thought, oh, great. You know, I can use this as a brow bone highlight. I can use it on my face as a face highlight. And I haven't used it yet. I meant to use it today. And I forgot. So look at that. This is $1 at Dollar Tree. And then, yeah, look at that. Isn't that impressive for $1? I really think that that's a great, great deal. And I have a white highlighter, but it's really like, it's like chunky glitter, so, and it's not like a true white like this. So I'm really happy to get this because this is what I've always wanted the white highlighters that I bought in the past to be like. So yeah, check out your Dollar Tree. And you might be interested in the blue one. I really didn't think that I would get that much use out of it because blue eyeshadow is something that I do like maybe once a year, once or twice a year. So I know I did a couple blue eyeshadow videos when I did that astrology series, but I normally don't wear blue eyeshadow anymore. But yeah, this is, I'm dying to see how this works as a face highlighter. And I know it's going to be gorgeous as a brow bone highlight. Okay, now I got some brushes, and the first ones I'm going to show you, I can't believe I didn't already have these because I love Real Techniques, and this was one of the very first things that they ever released. I got the Core collection, and if you're not familiar with that, which I'm sure you know what's in here already, the Core collection consists of a detailer brush, a flat foundation brush, a buffing brush, and a contour brush, they call it. But you know, like as with all brushes, you can use them for, you know, whatever you like to use them for. Now, I mainly wanted this because of the buffing brush, because I see people use this to put on their foundation, and The only reason why I haven't bought this before is because I didn't really know how much I would use the other brushes, because I already have a bunch of brushes that are like this one. But yeah, I guess this is a little different. It's a little bit, the bristles on it are a little bit longer. I used this today to put that purple underneath my eyes, and it worked fine for that. But like I said, I already have brushes like that. And flat foundation brushes, I don't like this type of brush to put on foundation. I just don't. And so I don't really have any use for that. I've tried those kind of brushes for other things, and ugh, I just don't like that kind. This one is supposed to be a contour brush, but I like it okay to put on face highlight. So that's what I'll use that for, not to contour. But yeah, this, I used it to put on my foundation today, and I love it. Love it, love it. The only thing is, if something happens to this, like I've had situations where the ferrule has broken from the handle, and you know, sometimes you can glue them back on and sometimes you can't. But I've had that happen with Real Techniques brushes before, so if this were to break and I had to replace it, I would have to buy the whole set again, because they don't sell this brush all by itself. So that, yeah, that sucks. But yeah, I love this. Love it, love it. Now, I also already had some of the Real Techniques Bold Metals brushes, and I really like those, so I decided to get one of the ones that I didn't have, and this is number 200. This is the oval, let's see, what does she call this? Or what do they call this? The oval shadow brush. And I forgot to use it when I was getting ready a little while ago. So I haven't tried this out yet, but these are, compared to their regular line of brushes, these are prettier, fancier, sturdier, and more expensive. But really nice quality. And I love the feel of the brush hairs on these types. So got that. And then for the two high-end products that I got, I bought a Stila liquid lipstick. And I got it in the shade Aria, which is like a berry color. And like I said, my lips are starting to get dry now because of the change in the seasons. And so I don't know. This made my lips feel dry. And I don't know if it's the product itself or if it's just because my lips were a little dry. So I'm not really sure. I don't know whether to blame it on this or the season's changing. So if you have a Stila liquid lipstick, let me know. What do you think? But I love the color. When I first put it on, I was like, wow, this is beautiful, and I loved it. But then I went back and looked in the mirror 20 minutes later, and my lips looked and felt dry. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it again when my lips aren't feeling dry and they're nice and moisturized and everything. And I did put a lip balm on like 15 minutes before I put this on, so it's not that I just put it on, you know, completely dry lips or anything like that. So I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on this. But before it dried down, I loved it. So I don't know. That's Aria, and it's a berry color. And last but certainly not least is the mascara that I have on, and that's what my lashes look like with it. But I bought this mascara, I want to say Friday. I think Friday. And then I wore it Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I love it. Now, I know I've bought a lot of mascaras lately, but I can't really say that I loved any of them. This one I do. This is Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. Really weird packaging on this. This was recommended to me by Isabella, who does the Musings of a Muse blog. I love makeup blogs, and up until recently there were only 2 that I read every single day. Well, now make that 3, because Isabella recommended this mascara to me and I love it. It's exactly the kind of mascara that I like. The wand is fairly narrow and the formula is wet. And that's the kind of mascara that I like. The packaging is really weird. I don't know what this design is supposed to be, or yeah, it's kind of strange, but yeah, the formula itself and the way it makes my lashes, love it. So thank you, Isabella, although she has no idea who I am. I asked her in the comment section on her blog what her favorite mascara was, so that's how I found out about it. So yeah, this is definitely awesome. Okay, I think that's it. Oh boy, this is a long video. I tried not to talk too long about anything, but I end up doing it anyway. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, and that's it. Bye, you guys.